Hello everybody and welcome to our live video session today. We wanted to do this live video today to kind of go over, there's so many things that are happening right now, and I've been getting a lot of questions about this proclamation and what is going to be the next steps, essentially, within a month, within 2 months. And then, hey guys, so those of you that are joining us right now, let me know where you are tuning in. Hello, Lebo. Hello, Reginda. Let me see, this is a cool feature. I can add you to the podcast, and those of you who don't say hi, I can add you here. Here you go. So, welcome, Carrie. Hey, Carrie, how are you? Let me add you here. Here you go. Hey, Carrie. So, welcome. And so I wanted to do this live because so many of you guys have been, hey, welcome, Maryland, and we have people from Texas, and we have Naveed, Simi, welcome. I'll wait for a few more people to join, and then we're going to talk about what's going to happen in the next 30 days with Trump's ban, who's going to be impacted. I'm going to talk some of the non-immigrant visas that I think will be impacted. We'll talk about K1 visas. What's going to happen? What's happening right now with K1 visas? Are they impacted? And we'll talk about very important topic, DV lottery. People that are waiting for the lottery, they won the lottery and they're waiting abroad. They want to know what's going to happen. So we'll talk about that as well. And I'm going to mention a new proposed bill that is going to help nurses and healthcare professionals to come to the United States without waiting for retrogression, and what that means for other green cards for the future to come. So we're going to cover a lot of those things. And most importantly, I will be answering your questions. So anybody who is here, I'll answer your questions. And so what I'm going to do something cool in this live stream. So maybe, a little bit into the live stream, I'm going to choose a few of you guys, and you're going to get free consultations. You're going to win a free consultation. Typically, our consultations cost a few $100s, or depending if you're a member of our private group, they have different rates. But I'm going to choose a few of you guys and offer you a free consultation, a free case analysis to help you with your cases. So stay tuned. Make sure you stay to the end of the video, and so I'll be able to choose quite a few of you and offer you free consultation. So let's dive right in. And once again, I see all of you guys. I see many of you here in the comments. So people are here from all over the world, and we have people from. It's amazing. So I'm humbled to be here, and let's dive right in. So, as you know, people are asking me, so what's going to happen in the next 30 days? Trump specifically said, and let me pull this thing right from the proclamation. So we have specifically, this is a quote from the proclamation itself, where it says about his plans in the next 30 days. And it specifically says, within 30 days of the effective date of this proclamation, the Secretary of Labor and the Secretary of Homeland Security, in consultation with the Secretary of State, shall review non-immigrant programs and recommend to the President and other measures appropriate to stimulate the United States economy. So what does that mean? That means that in 30 days, so we started with immigrant visas, and we have a list of people that are affected by this. And in 30 days, just like I read here, it's section 6 in his proclamation. Essentially, what's going to happen is that he's going to go after non-immigrant visas. and possibly put some restrictions. So everybody's asking, what are some of those non-immigrant visas that could have restrictions? So in my opinion, again, we don't have anything confirmed, but I can tell you what I know based on our conversations with our associations of attorneys, and also what we know from previous actions like this. So I think the first visa he's going to go after is going to be H1B. So people that are trying to potentially switch jobs or file for renewals, I think that if he's going to go after non-immigrant visas, there may be some sort of restriction for employers to get new employees on board, and for employees to switch companies. And again, that may be restricted for a certain amount of time, maybe 60 days, maybe 90 days. The reason I'm saying that is, if you remember, the whole purpose of this 60-day ban is to stimulate the economy, is to help the economy here, to avoid recession and whatever that is that, he thinks that because of that, we need to stop immigration for 60 days coming from abroad. And if he's going to go after non-immigrants, he most likely would start with the visas that most likely are impacting jobs. And you know how Trump is vocal about H1B visas and how much he dislikes this visa. So I think, again, this is my personal opinion based on what I've been reading and our discussions with our association, is that, hey, thanks Bernard. We have here one of our, here's right now, favorite supporters of our channel. Big shout out, my friend. So again, in my opinion, H1B visas are going to be impacted. Most likely he's going to stop the possibility to renew those visas, or possibly for companies to switch employees from company to company. This is one thing, in my opinion, that H1B visa, again, if you guys have any questions about this, make sure you post them in the comments here. I'm going to go through some of the questions and answer them. And again, remember, I'll be choosing in a few minutes one of you guys to receive a free consultation and a case analysis with me personally on a video call, where we're going to be looking at your cases and offering you free advice, typically something that we charge quite a few $100 for people that are not member of our private group. And we mentioned that as well, that those of you who are watching this live stream and you want to be able to continue the discussion, quite a few members are watching right now who are members of our private Facebook group. You're welcome to join the private Facebook group, where I continue to share exclusive private information and also announcements that we get and we share with our members. So the link to the group is in the description of this video, and I'll make sure to mention that as well. So let's talk about other non-immigrant visas. So I think H1B visas are going to be impacted big time. Let's talk about other visas. I think the TN visa, so visas for Canadians who are working in the US and Mexicans, the same thing, just like H1Bs, I think he may restrict people from being able to apply for new TN visas, extensions, and renewals. Again, this is just my personal opinion right now. We don't have any information. All we have is what I showed you, the language from the proclamation that says that he'll be limiting visas for 60 days right now, immigrant visas, and in 30 days he will put restrictions on non-immigrant visas. Another potential visa that could be impacted is the L visa. There's quite a few people here on L visa that are moving. They're moving from their mother companies and are working here in the U.S. And those L visas could also be impacted potentially, because again, people who come specifically L1B visas, because those are people that come here to work for their foreign employers, and that could be another reason why Trump may want to limit foreign workers coming to the United States, changing status, applying for jobs. Because remember, we have millions of people that are currently unemployed in the U.S. Obviously, he's trying to show that he's doing something to stop that. And unfortunately, non-immigrant visas may be impacted big time by this. I don't think that E-visas will be impacted. Those are more self-employed visas. Maybe O1 visas will be impacted as well. Those are visas that are, people that are exceptional ability, that are working here in certain companies, entrepreneurs, certain artists, maybe those as well. Again, these are just my guesses. If he's going to go after non-immigrant visas, in my mind, H1B is going to be the number one visa that will be impacted. So before we go to the next segment, where I'm going to be talking about impact of K1s and the DV lottery, let's choose one of you guys for a free consultation. So basically what I do is I have this little, in the software that I use, we have this little coaster where I can literally just run this, and it's going to stop on a name, and I'm just going to stop it right here and see who is that going to be. Let me see here. All right, here we go. Here we go. So we have Sandra Smith from Maryland. So Sandra, all you have to do is in a comment, leave your email. So comment with your email, and we will contact you for your free consultation. So you're the first winner, and I'm going to choose a few more as we continue with our stream. So Sandra Smith, wherever you are, let me know where you are. Please post another comment with your email, and we will contact you so we can set up your consultation. So there's going to be quite a few more guys that I'll be choosing for your free consultations, free case review with me, and congratulations from Maryland. And let's wait for the next one. We'll get to you guys in a few minutes as well. So let's talk about the next topic, which is K1 visa. So everybody were asking, when the proclamation came about, everybody were asking whether K1 visas are going to be also impacted. And so based on what we understand right now, K1 visas are not impacted. So if you look here, this is a small text from the actual proclamation. Section 1 specifically says, the entry into the United States of aliens as immigrants is hereby suspended. And K1 visa is a non-immigrant visa. So many of you were asking me these questions, whether they're going to be, if they have K1 visas, they're about to file, or they already are in the process. Are they going to be barred from coming in to the United States? So our understanding, and it's been confirmed, that K1 visas are not subject to this proclamation. I've also made a few videos about this, and I will post that video that specifically talks about K1 for the people that are searching for it. But I'm telling you here on this live, K1 visas are not subject to the proclamation. Now, let's talk about DV lottery. The DV lottery and what's going to happen with people that are waiting overseas and they're worried. And once again, guys, I'm going to get to your questions in a few minutes. I'm going to run through your questions, and I'm going to start answering random questions here. So start posting your questions here. So I'll get to them in a few minutes. And also we'll be choosing a few more of you guys for our free consultation. So as far as DV lottery, the strategy is that right now people that were scheduled for interviews, the interviews were rescheduled, and they cannot come anymore to essentially get their visas. My recommendation is the following. So if you can come to the United States as a tourist, so some of you have tourist visas, you should be able to come to the United States and consider options of adjustment of status. Now, it's not ideal in many cases, because if you come as a tourist, you know there could be the issue of dual intent, but I recommend that you consult with an attorney to figure out those opportunities, because the concern is that when you are stuck abroad and you are, this order may be extended for another 60 days, and as you know, you have to finish this process. Before September 30th. So I highly recommend to consult with an attorney, set up a consultation to make sure that we can plan how this process is going to happen to you if you are abroad and you have a tourist visa. If you don't have a tourist visa and you're waiting abroad, there's not much you can do. But what you can do is that as soon as they reopen the U.S. embassies, you have to immediately email call, send a letter to try to get your case expedited, because it's really important to get that appointment set up on time for you guys to be able to get your interview first in line before everybody else, so you're able to get an appointment. Because again, you're going to be fighting time, and it's not going to be that easy to get that appointment. So let's go to start getting some of your questions, guys, and post the questions right now. Let's look for questions for Matchinstone and for Valley. He's asking, I need to know if someone can travel on advanced parole. So absolutely. So if you have an advanced parole, you can absolutely travel. That's why it's for. I assume that you have an advanced parole based on adjustment of status. You can certainly travel. So guys, post your questions and I will answer them in the order that they are received. We have got a lot of people here from all over the world. And welcome Kiara, welcome Jose from Michigan. We have people from Boston. We have Elena from, it doesn't say where you're from. So let's take another question. MJ, my name is MJ Michael. I'm from US citizen. My fiance is from Brazil and I'm watching for her. Okay, perfect. See here. Let's see more questions. All right. Susan Woods is waiting for her husband in Ghana for his visa appointment. So we have a lot of questions about people that are stuck overseas. Appointments will be rescheduled, and all you really can do is, as soon as the consulates are going to be reopened, we're going to, the appointments are going to be rescheduled, and you're going to be able to have your appointment. Ida here and Rupon. Okay, Rupon Tulkar. Let's get another question. I'm a green card holder. I don't have health insurance in the USA. Will it affect my spouse interview visa overseas? Well, you're a green card holder, and the fact that you personally don't have health insurance, it's not going to impact your spouse. But it's always good for you to have your health insurance. That's always recommended, obviously. So you should definitely get health insurance personally. Regina is asking, are U.S. citizen spouses exempt from the immigration suspension? Absolutely. So just like I posted in the in one of my previous videos, U.S. citizen spouses are exempt, but if you're a spouse of a green card holder, you're not exempt. So that's really important. Leopold, yeah, thank you guys for the kind words. A lot of people are saying thank you. Let's take another question from Rakesh. And after Rakesh, we're going to do another draw for another one of our free consultations. Rakesh, when 2-year conditional green card removed, we can apply. If that time wife doesn't sign paper, are we deported? Are we going to be deported? So what Rakesh is asking is, typically when you have a green card, it's a green card for 2 years if you're married less than 2 years. And what Rakesh is asking, what happens if your wife or husband is refusing to sign the application to help you remove your conditions? And so typically what happens, you can actually file by yourself. We have videos, you can search on our channel a video called 751 Requests to Remove Conditions. What happens when you're divorced or your U.S. citizen spouse refuses to sign for you? And in that video, basically what I'm trying to explain is that you can file a self-petition. And a self-petition will allow you, as long as you can prove that your marriage was bona fide, you can file by yourself without your U.S. citizen spouse, and they don't need to sign anything for you. We have another question from Tess. I'm waiting to get a green card through marriage and waiting for the interview. Please give me advice. So if you're inside the U.S., and I assume that a lot of these questions are referring to what happens when the immigration offices are closed. If you're inside the U.S., you're just going to have to wait for a new appointment to be rescheduled. Your interview is going to be rescheduled. All right, let's see more questions. We have a question here from Bill Wynn. Bill is asking, my fiance is waiting for a second interview at her U.S. consulate. I think my case would help her out a lot of people who are in the same situation. So so a lot and I agree with you. So there are a lot of cases right now that are being scheduled for second interviews, especially with fiancé visas in a lot of consulates like the Philippines, Thailand, and Moscow. Basically, what's going to happen is that the consulates are now closed. So we're going to have to wait and see what happens when they reopen. And as soon as they reopen, new interviews are going to be rescheduled. So now is the time to draw our second free consultation. Let me roll the dice here. We have this clocker, and we have, here we go. And this is our winner, Hamza Abu Gage. Hamza Abu Gage is our winner for our second free consultation. Let me just get your name right here, Hamza Abu Gage. And so, Hamza, just post your email. Post your email in the comments for your free consultation, and we'll find your email and we'll send you an email to book your free case analysis. And we've got a few more coming up. But this second winner is Hamza Abu Gate. The first winner was Sandra Smith, and we've got some more winners coming up. So don't miss out. Stay until the end. So we have Abdallah who's asking any news on the DV lottery. So as I mentioned before in this live stream, I mentioned about the DV lottery, and I specifically said that right now people that are stuck abroad are not able to go to the interviews. Their interviews are going to be rescheduled. If you have a possibility to come to the United States to do an adjustment of status, I highly recommend to consult with an attorney to plan a strategy. But right now, as soon as the consulates are going to open, you have to schedule your appointment as soon as possible because it's going to be bad. Let's see. All right, so we'll take a few more questions. Suresh is asking, will H1B extensions be hit by his decision? So currently, only immigrant visas are impacted by this decision. But I think, like I mentioned before, that non-immigrant visas are also going to be impacted by his decision. But for the moment, they're not. So you can still do extensions and transfers, but we will see what happens in 30 days. All right. Seshu is asking, I-140 premium processing, when will it be open? Well, premium processing is not going to open for a while. One of the reasons why they said that premium processing is closed is because they were worried about the safety of the officers dealing with the paperwork and the virus. So they didn't want to have any contact with paper coming from people for a few weeks. And that's why they suspended premium processing. We'll see what happens in the future. I think it's going to come after August when things will settle down, but not for the moment. Let's see. We have so many questions, guys. I'm going to try to answer those questions even after the live because we have so many questions, and I'll try to get as many as I can. I'm a green card holder. I applied for my husband I-130, and now my case is on VC. I would like to know if I can travel to go visit him when the country will reopen. So, absolutely. So there's no reason why you wouldn't be able to travel. As soon as the flights are going to be open, you can go ahead and safely go visit and travel. Tabarak Hussein, welcome. If one is on an F1 visa, work as a PT more than 2 years will be for the 45 interview. Work as CPT more than 2 years. Well, as long as your work is legal, meaning that as long as you are not doing anything illegal in the sense that you're not violating your F1 status by working too much outside of authorization, it should not impact your 45 interview at all. Let's take a few more questions. We've got Olivier Barnou. I have an E2 employee visa, would like to start self-sponsored green card. What are the criterias? So typically, Olivier, and by the way, any of you guys that are watching this and you have specific questions like Olivier about your case, you want to be evaluated to see if you qualify, I'll post a link as well for a consultation with me one-on-one, where it's a special rate for our YouTube viewers, and you'll be able to take advantage of this. to basically consult me one-on-one so I can help you guys determine your situation, as well as join our private Facebook group. Any of you are watching it right now, make sure you join our private Facebook group where we continue the discussion, give you updates, first-hand information before I share with anybody in the public. And also, any of you who are watching this for the first time, if you're here for the first time, make sure you subscribe to our channel. I welcome I'm grateful for each one of you that are watching this live. If you have never been to my channel before, please click the subscribe and subscribe to our channel, because I'm going to be doing videos like this every single week. So what are the criteria for self-sponsored green card? First of all, you need to show that you're doing something in the national interest of the United States. Second, you need to have at least advanced degree or 10 years experience. And third, you have to show that you're a person of exceptional ability, that you can prove it by letters and things like that. So Olivia, I highly encourage you to book a consultation with me, because we love to work with entrepreneurs just like yourself. Let's look for other questions here. We have many questions here. I'm going to try to get as many as I can. Ali Sael, any impact on Canadians with TN visas? So far there's no impact on non-immigrant visas, but I think in the next 30 days there will be a significant impact on non-immigrant visas. And I mentioned in the beginning of the stream, I think Canadians are going to be impacted as well. Cleo says, offices for fingerprints are closed. I received the letter. Yes, they are closed, but everything is going to reopen after June 4th, so do not worry about that. Suresh, you're welcome, my friend. I appreciate you as well. All right, let's see. More questions. Will application for residency be waived for Honduras, you think? Not that I know of. Not that I know of. Let me see. Oh, that's a nice question. This is Mark from Virginia. My wife's I-94 already expired. We already got married. I'm working on her adjustment of status right now. My question is she considered an overstaying immigrant? So, Mark, she is considered to be overstaying, but the good news is if you file for an adjustment of status based on marriage, there is a clear exception and you fall with an exception. So make sure you consult with an attorney, or I'm happy to help you, of course, if you want to work with us, but there is an exception to the adjustment of status if you file it as a U.S. citizen, and you are a U.S. citizen. All right, guys, it's time to choose another winner for our free case assessment consultation with me. And let me see here. Let's roll the clicker, and here we go. Giselle is our winner, our third winner. Let me write down Giselle, and all you have to do, Giselle, is just leave your email address, and we will email you, Rizal or Jamak, and I'll answer your question as well. Not only you won a free consultation with me because you stayed so long for the live stream, and those of you that are staying that long are going to be rewarded, and I'm going to be doing these draws once in a while. And actually the next one we're actually going to give some physical gifts as well. And let me answer your question. So you want a free consultation and a case analysis, and also your question is B2 visa would be impacted by the non-immigrant proclamation. So that's a good question. I mentioned in the beginning of this live stream my prediction for non-immigrant visas ban. I think they're going to ban H1B, L visas, O1 visas, TN visas, different kind of levels. I don't think B visas, tourist visas, are going to impact it. Tourist visas, remember, the reason why he's doing this, he wants to protect U.S. labor. And B visas are not threatening anybody. So I think it should be okay. All right. So we are almost at the end of our live stream. And Lily's asking, will appointment for residency be waived for Hondurans, do you think? Once again, I mentioned before, right, that I have no clue about the Hondurans appointment waivers, but it could be. Josh is at Jacob. I have a current H1B for medical technologies applied for USCIS last April. Would that be impacted as well? So again, those that already have the H1Bs and you're currently working, it's not going to impact. He's not going to take away visas from you guys. What may be impacted is that transfers and new extensions and stuff like that. Those may be stopped for who knows, 60 days or whatever. But again, this is just my prediction. So anyway, guys, this is pretty much it for today. I try to come on here and a few things. If you are members of our, I'll do something special for you guys. Those of you that stayed so far, I'm going to post this number here. And this is a text number right here. So those of you that are watching right now, you can text this number and we can send you a link to our private Facebook group, and we can also set you up with consultations. And if you have particular specific matter that applies to you, right? So it's not a general matter, please text this number right now, right here, and we'll be able to help you. Put this number right here. So I'm going to post this number right now. You text this number, you stayed so far in the live stream, you'll get to our private texting number at the office, and we'll be able to book a consultation, and we'll send you a link to our private Facebook group. And so we want to continue the conversation in the group. So here we go. I'll leave it for a few more minutes. 619-569-1768, our private text message, so you can set up a consultation with us or ask any question you want directly with our office team. So let me see here. There's a lot of questions that are unanswered because I only have a limited amount of time, but I'm going to go. So Supir, I will answer your question later on after the live stream. I'll go back into the comments and try to answer your questions. There's just so many questions, and I'm trying to do my best to get to all of you guys. So that's why what I'm saying is that if you join our private Facebook group, it will be just easier for me to engage with you there and answer your questions in a more private setting. And again, this is not the last live I'll be doing. I'll be doing a lot of these lives, and I promise you guys that I'll answer your questions after this live. I'm going to go back in the comments and answer those questions when I can. So here we go. So thank you so much, guys, for watching. You are the best. And I'm going to be posting some more videos this week. I'm going to be posting video updates about K1 visas, video update about the DV lottery, and any other changes that are coming up. So keep watching, subscribe to our channel, and I love you all. Have a beautiful weekend and stay safe out there. Thank you so much.